It's your boy Crooked Smile, and I'm coming today to do the recap on Jaron Boots Ennis and Imantas Stanionis that happened this past Saturday. I tried to upload that video yesterday, but for some reason it wouldn't upload, not sure why. But to go ahead and recap that fight, man, I want to say congrats to Boots. He did excellent. I think he really did change some people's minds because we had a few people who believed he was overrated. One of my favorite boxers, Mr. Showtime Sean Porter, did say that about Boots, but I believe he said he was overrated not because of his talent. I think he said that he had a lot of talent, but he was overrated because of his lack of fights. He hasn't like proven himself really. He believed he had talent and he believed that he could do some stuff in boxing, but he just thought it was a little early, a little premature. Do we still feel that way, Mr. Showtime Sean Porter? Hopefully, you touch on that on his show. But yeah, I do want to touch on the fight. I liked what I seen out of Boots. The main thing I was worried about was his level of focus, right? So he stayed focused throughout that whole fight. I seen him maybe once or twice look off into the crowd and give him the head nod or whatever, and that happened only once or twice. So he stayed focused throughout the fight. He did great, I believe. Moved well, boxed well. Boxed real good. He boxed well. He showed a dog. And he can take a punch. That boy can take a punch, man. And I like what I seen, man. I'm not gonna lie. His last 2 or 3 fights, I did kind of fall back. I did kind of, he had been saying the level of competition he steps up. That's something I do not agree with. Okay, he's saying, okay, when the level of competition is higher, my boxing skills go up, basically. So in order for your boxing skills to be up, you have to be fighting someone whose boxing skills are way up. You may get in there and underestimate somebody thinking that their skills not, and you're just not up for that fight. That's basically you saying that you can't get up for a fight when it's not a big name or, something like that. So you may get in there with somebody that's without a big name and underestimate them. So I think that's something that they need to stop saying. I think they should just take everybody the same way. The seriousness of a fight. Everyone is the same. And I think that's what separates him and Bud Crawford. They keep talking about this Terrence Bud Crawford fight. I think Terrence Bud Crawford beats him easily. I think it'll be a much tougher fight than the Errol Spence. But I think that Jaron Boots Ennis has a lot of bad habits that Bud Crawford will exploit. Bud isn't giving you any type of bad habits. I haven't seen a bad habit out of Bud. Yeah, man. So, so what's next for Boots? I don't think he should go the Bud Crawford route. I think he should just make his own path. I think he should clear out 47, Mario Barrios, and you got Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr., Mario. I know Mario Barrios probably won't take that fight. Brian Norman Jr., they're saying that they want the fight. I don't think they want the fight either. I think they all just want to cherry pick a little bit, and I don't really see anything wrong with that. I mean, yeah, I want to see good fights, but at the same time, if I was a boxer, if I was a manager or promoter, whatever, I want to make as much money as I possibly can before I take an L. That's pretty much what it all boils down to. These fighters want to get as many wins and make as much money as they can before they take a risk of taking an L. And if they do take a risk of taking an L, they want to make it a big risk. They want to make it, they're not going to fight someone. Okay, like for instance, you got Tank Davis. Like Tank isn't going to go fight a Kid Austin. Kid Austin ain't going to fight nobody anyway. That's another story. But in my opinion, I think if Boots doesn't get a fight with another 147-pound champion, he needs to look for a fight with, I would love to see him with the Teofimo. After his fight, I'm pretty sure these guys planning on moving up to 147. These guys are big for 140. They were super big for 135. So I think Teofimo Lopez, Virgil Ortiz at 154. If he goes to 154 to make some fights with some big names, he needs a big name fight or a champion at 147. So yeah, I think Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia been running his mouth a lot toward Boots. Maybe he can get a Madrimov fight at 154. Who else would be a good fight for him at 154? Maybe a Charlo. Why isn't anybody talking about the Charlo brothers? And why don't people think that that'll be a good fight with, nobody's mentioning the Charlo brothers. But I think that'll be a good fight. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. That's just my recap on that fight. Let me know if you agree with some of the things I said. Let me know if you feel like I was off on some things. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.